and welcome to In the Chair. I'm Brenton Garen, your Executive Editor of Westside Today. I'm joined by Assemblymember Richard Bloom, who represents the 50th Assembly District, which includes Santa Monica and much of the Westside. And we're here to continue part 2 of our interview with Assemblymember. Thanks again, Richard, for joining us.
It's great to be here, Brenton. Thanks for inviting me.
In January, you were reappointed as Chair to Budget Subcommittee number 3 on Resources and Transportation. Can you talk a little bit about that subcommittee and what it involves?
I'm the chair of the subcommittee that oversees natural resources and transportation. That includes Caltrans, state parks, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and a host of other very large and important departments in the state of California. One of the most important things that we've done since I began as chair is we've overseen the cap and trade system. Last year we allocated nearly $870 million for climate change projects. They run the range from transit programs to housing to electric vehicles, you name it. When you think about sustainability, these funds are being used in the context of climate change for those projects.
So let's talk about some of the prominent legislation. Obviously you mentioned the credit for keeping the film industry here, but you've also spent a considerable amount of time on the issue regarding rodenticide and the effect on wildlife. Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Yes, well that's actually an issue that was brought to us by constituents here in the area in the Santa Monica Mountains who had become aware that second-generation rodenticides, which operate as anticoagulants, they actually keep the blood from coagulating, and so if you consume it, you bleed out. Well, it's being used to control rodents, but also predators like bobcats, like mountain lions would come and eat the rodents and would ingest the rodenticide. It was affecting their health dramatically, and so my bill, which was passed last year, prevents that from being used in a wide variety of places and should go a long way to addressing that issue.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in 15 seconds after this message from our sponsor.
Located in the heart of Beverly Hills, the Wallace Annenberg Center for the Performing Arts brings audiences world-class theater, dance, and music. The Wallace offers original and revered works by many of the world's most sought-after artists. Get your tickets online at thewallace.org.
Ocean health issues such as eliminating microbeads is another topic that's close to your heart. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes, plastic microbeads are in cosmetic products, skin scrubs, and some other skincare products. And what happens is they're washing down the drain after one uses them. They are passing through our sewer systems, which don't catch things that are so small, and they're going out into our rivers and oceans. This is a problem across the country. My bill, which failed by only 1 vote last year, but we're bringing back, we're going to try it again this year, would preclude those plastic microbeads from being used in skincare products.
When it comes to the State Assembly, as of 2012, you fall under the new term limits, which means you can run for a maximum of 12 years, which is 6 two-year terms. If you continue to run and be elected, what are some of your long-term goals?
Well, I want to continue to make a difference on climate change. That, I think, is one of the most important issues that we face from an environmental perspective. California has taken the lead in forming a carbon market, realizing dividends from the sale of carbon credits, and using that money to reduce carbon and hopefully reduce the impacts of on climate change.
Well, Richard, we appreciate your time, so thanks again for coming in.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Brenton.
We'll be back next week, so don't forget to check out westsidetoday.com to see who's in the chair. I'm Brenton Garen for Westside TV.